All right. Daily Wire has this report. Disney's latest agenda-pushing project is off to a brutal start at the box office. Strange World, an animated film featuring a gay teen romance, opened Wednesday with a poor $4.2 million in ticket sales and is projected to bring in as little as $21 million over what should be a strong holiday weekend. The film, which pushes sexual orientation and climate agendas, is on track to be Disney's latest overwoke nightmare. In fact, from what I've read, they're looking at losing $100 million on this film. And actually, the wokeness in this movie goes even beyond the gay love story thing at the center of it. So here's some more details from the Daily Wire report. Strange World tells the story of gay teen Ethan, voiced by Jabuki Young White. Jabuki, is that how it's pronounced? Who has the support of his loving biracial parents, Searcher and Meridian. The family rejects its fabled heritage as explorers to farm, but ends up pulled back into the family business to hunt for Searcher's father, Jaeger, who went missing when he was a child. The search is aided by their disabled dog and takes them to Avalonia, a strange world with a fragile ecosystem. Ethan struggles to get past his shyness around his love interest, a boy named Diazo. So you've got the gay teen with the biracial parents. It's a story that centers around a climate change, and even the dog is disabled. Like they even had to find a way to inject some wokeness there as well. So we have full representation, all the boxes checked, everything is going for it as far as wokeness goes, right? As far as political correctness goes, every single box checked. But what they forgot is that you're telling a story, and the story itself has to be worthwhile. It has to be a good story. And people just aren't interested in it. And so it's looking at losing $100 million. One of the biggest bombs for Disney ever in history. I love spending time during the holidays with my family, and one of the ways that I like to do that is with delicious meat from Good Ranchers. As a special gift to my listeners this holiday season, Good Ranchers is giving away 2 Black Angus New York strip steaks free with your order. There are 2 12-ounce steakhouse quality cuts, a $70 value for free. You don't want to miss this offer. Let me tell you why. Black Angus tastes better and is more tender than any other beef. Black Angus meat is marbled in such a way that the fat is distributed thinly and evenly. This marbling gives it a consistent flavor that you don't get with other meats. Plus, the Black Angus from Good Ranchers is hand-cut and trimmed by expert butchers, so you know every piece is going to be exquisite. Go to goodranchers.com/Walsh and use code Walsh at checkout for this special offer. That's goodranchers.com/Walsh for 2 Black Angus New York strip steaks free with your order. Good Ranchers, American meat delivered. And by the way, so people on the left, very embarrassed by this, especially coming on the heels of, I've already forgotten the name of it. You know, that's part of the problem, I think, with is the gay romantic comedy Bros. So coming on the heels of that, and that comes out, and nobody goes to see it, okay? It earns, I think it was like $7 at the box office opening weekend. That's not even a full ticket. Somehow just half of a ticket was sold. Just half of a ticket stub somebody bought. And that's all that it did in the box office its opening weekend. So that's a major bomb, a catastrophe. And then Disney tries something very similar, but targeting kids this time. And in terms of money lost, it's an even worse bomb. So this is very embarrassing for the left. And they're coming up with ways to excuse this. And of course, one of their go-to explanations is that, well, this shows there's homophobia. The fact that parents don't want to bring their children to go watch, a story revolving around a romance between 2 teenage boys, that's homophobia. That's part of their explanation. And the other one is that Disney sabotaged the film by intentionally not promoting it. And that's why, if only everyone had been told about the gay teen cartoon romance, then the theaters would have been filled to the rafters with people just itching to bring their kids to be exposed to this kind of content. But Disney sabotaged it. And I can tell you right now that is not the case, and I can tell you for 2 reasons. One of them is anecdotal, which is that I definitely saw advertisements for this. I am not the target market for Disney films, and so many Disney films come out, and I don't even know about them. They're in theaters and they leave theaters, and I never even hear about them. Probably most Disney films at this point, I don't even hear about them. This one I heard about. And so it's anecdotal, but I can say that if I hear about it, then it's definitely being promoted, at least to the level of other Disney films, and probably a lot more than that. Because this film got not only marketing, but it also got the free marketing from the media, making a big deal about it because it's a gay teen romance for kids. Shattering the glass ceiling. So we know that's not true, but also this is not how movie studios work. Okay, they don't spend tens of millions of dollars making a film to then sabotage it on purpose. They want to make money on the project. So that is not the explanation. The explanation is that, so it's not that it wasn't promoted. It's not that everyone is homophobic. It's two things. One, by all accounts, just looks like a bad movie where the message is put before the story. As I talk about all the time, we're seeing sort of in a bizarro world version of the mistake that the Christian film industry has made for so many years, where now the message is diametrically opposite, but the mistake is in making the message, you're putting the message before the story so that you couldn't possibly enjoy watching it unless you're fully bought into them. You're only there for the sermon, in other words. You're not there for the story itself. You got to put the story first. That's part of the reason why it bombed. And then also, as far as the message, this is not a message that most parents are interested in exposing their children to. It's just as simple as that. And you can complain about it all you want. One thing you notice is that most of the people complaining about it are not parents. So most of the people insisting that we as parents should be eager to expose our kids to a gay teen romance. So there's nothing wrong with that as a parent. What are you talking about? Most people saying that they don't have kids. They have no idea what they're talking about. And even if they do have kids, well, I feel sorry for their own kids, but that's not going to affect what I do with mine. And the simple reality is that most people, even people who would identify themselves as liberal, they vote Democrat. I mean, the box office receipts show it. Even most of those people, when push comes to shove, they actually don't want to sit in the theater with their 7-year-old kid to watch a story about a teenage boy that falls in love with another teenage boy. Don't want to see it. Nor should they want to. And that'll do it for this portion of the show. As we move over to Members Block, hope to see you there. If not, talk to you tomorrow. Godspeed.